3 years later! Wow. 3 years. How time flies. Rimward Frontier. Aurigan. Welsh there or something. I don't know. Missiles and autocannon do more stability damage. Yeah. That's not so relevant early on, but once you proceed, you can, and have heavier mechs, you can actually knock mechs down just by shooting a lot at them. Lasers don't really do that, but cannons and missiles do. And you don't want to fall down in this game. It's unhealthy. I think we're ready to begin this mission. Let's hit the begin mission button.
Command interface initiated.
Okay, Independent Prospectors League. That's a corporation, I would say. Darius is not with us in this mission. He's on the ship. Probably in orbit. So there is basically a war between the IPL and Majesty Metals. So we have to fight it out. So this is the up for base. This is their alpha base where they're keeping their turret generator. That's a quirk of this game where you can disable defensive turrets by taking out their generators. This is Majesty Metal's other site, Platform Bravo. We're gonna blow up this building. Hit those corporate pigs, yeah. And this is the... Oh, it's a sort of a... Wouldn't... I mean, the scale is not representative here. The mechs are way bigger than... A mech is like 10, 12 meters tall. It's like a walking tank. Like a fighter tank thing with legs. And you can see it towers over even big buildings, so that's not representative. Anyway, we have our team. We have the Blackjack. We remember that from last time, but now we have functioning jump jets, so we can jump. Yeah. We also have Glitch. It's a little bit of I don't know, slightly crazy, I would say. This one has a particle projection cannon, extreme range, high damage, also fries enemy electronics. She's got one of the ubiquitous medium laser. She also has a small laser, very short range, decent damage for such a small weapon, and it will also trigger after a melee attack. And a symbolic light long range missile launcher 5. And then we have Behemoth in what is one of the best medium mechs of the game, a Shadowhawk 2H. It has the AC5. It's not quite as powerful as an AC10 from the Centurion, but it's not so ridiculously heavy. It's a good compromise. Has a laser, some small missiles, short-range missiles, long-range missiles. This layout is not optimal, but it has a lot of speed and armor, and it also has a special ability that doesn't show up here. It has extra damage on melee attacks, kind of random that it doesn't show up. And then we have Decker. He's the scout mech guy. It's a spider. It has no armor, only 2 medium lasers. That's not its role. It's gonna run around and yeah. So let's start by running toward Alpha.
On the move.
Heading out.
Yeah, we can just run forward. There's a whole lot of turrets there, so the Decker will... Oh god. yeah, there is some tutorials here. We're not gonna go into them, but being shot at is bad. And they shot at my guy here while we were in the tutorial mode. Not sure. So he's turned his right side to this commando. The commando is actually, it's a very light mecha, very poorly armored, but it packs quite a punch. That's a total of 10 short-range missiles, and a medium laser, so it can punch well above its weight. So the Decker is first here, but is in cover, and he has a lot of evasion still, so I'm just gonna reserve him. And here comes the Spider. Yeah, he actually took a hit in his... even with the damage reduction, he took 20, so you can see his armor in right torso is actually down to just 10 points, so it's not too far from going through. Now, the only important piece of equipment now is this turret generator. So I could just jump here to make sure I get the maximum amount of evasion. But I need to make sure that I actually get a target on the turret generator. It takes 100 damage. I can only reach it with my autocannons. Did I miss with one shot? No, I did not miss. I did 50 damage.
Waiting on you, Commander.
So the next one to go here is Glitch, and you can see from the purple line that she will have direct line of fire to this one, which is important, so she can fire both the particle projection cannon, and you can click on it or tab through it, so 85 and 85, so... No. Unfortunately, she missed with the PPC shot, which is why we kept Behemoth in reserve. And she can rush forward. And yeah, she can just... She doesn't have multi-target. And suddenly all the turrets die. And if you don't do this, then you will get completely... wrecked, I would say. Now is Decker. He has just been hanging out. So where do we want Decker? We will want to make him jump into the rear of these guys for maximum evasion. But you can see that the jump and lasers, that's a lot of heat.
Roger that.
But Commando has weak armor overall and extremely poor armor in the rear, so well worth it. Yeah, but we can take that. There is nothing he can do now, because if you now look at Commando, he lost one laser and he's almost dead. Now the only drawback here is if I activate my spider now, then he will lose his evasion. So either I have to reserve or I have to sort of accept that. But this one has already gone, and I cannot prevent this from going. I cannot kill this spider with my spider, so there's really no point in going. So I'll just let the spider do whatever, and it does very little damage. So
Light damage. Holding firm.
yeah. So now I can... they didn't really move much, so
What can I do for you?
I can just take Decker, and I can aim for the back of the Commando again. Now you can see we have something called Precision Strike that triggers when our solve hits a certain level, so I can use it just to show you. So if I do that instead of a normal shot, then I get to target a specific part of the enemy mech with a pretty good chance of hitting. So we will try for central torso here and fire 2 lasers into him. No. That didn't actually work, but it was just to show you how it works. Now we will.
All weapons emitted. Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Now he has even less weapons. Now he has no weapons whatsoever, and is very clearly running out of everything. I think I can just finish him off with the. Now his leg was destroyed, both his torsos are destroyed, he will fall down. And now he has taken damage from 2 side torso destructions and from falling down, and he's a rookie pilot, so he only has 3 health, so he's out of the fight.
What's up, boss?
Now we will move this Shadowhawk
Order received.
to the rear of the Spider. You can see the AC-5 is not very suitable for long-range fire.
Taking the shot.
And generally speaking, that was a lot of missing.
Negative damage. Repeat. Negative damage.
Enemy detected.
Oh no, reinforcements. Yeah. So the Spider runs away. It's not fun anymore. Oh. Wow. Doing some paint work on the...
You got nothing, you hear me?
Oh, that's
Yes, Commander.
it's true.
On my way.
Run over, and you can see he has a lot of evasion now, so we might as well just fire 1, because that takes away 1 pip.
Negative damage.
And who did that? That's a good question, but those are long-range missiles that have extreme range, and as long as they have this little spotter here, they can do stuff like that. Very rude.
Engaging jump jets.
So let's not fry our own... So 1 laser is enough.
No damage detected.
I hear ya. Coordinates received.
Well, there's a very small chance of hitting with the PPC. The LRM might hit with 1 missile.
Ready for orders.
And now the Shadowhawk. Now the chance of hitting is decent because we have removed almost all his pips. Yeah, not gonna watch that. Maybe I can turn that off.
Ha! Send me a real opponent.
And now he's back to having a lot of pips again. So I think we will just do a melee attack because melee attacks ignore evasion for some reason. Not sure why, but it does. And it reduces evasion also. No, that's not what I was hoping to do. I was wanting to attack him in melee, but I didn't want to do that. Okay. Yeah. No. Never mind.
Engaging target.
What can I do for ya?
I mean, why not? Now we have a precision strike option again. That increases our hit chance, but probably not enough to be worthwhile. No, let's just do this.
Delivery.
Doing no damage, but reducing his evasion.
Next time. Orders. Coordinates received.
What about you, lady? Yes. So there's a fairly good chance of hitting the leg. That would really help out a lot.
Confirmed.
Yeah, so he loses the leg. And he took a head hit and he fell down, so now he's taken 2 damage.
Standing by.
We could try to take out his other leg.
Locking in all weapons.
Yeah. Without any legs, he can't even limp. No. He's out. But we still have to deal with reinforcements, so...
Good to go.
Flag will need to jump because he's up in the... Jump him over here and brace him. Look at the little radar blip. We have one guy here.
I hear ya. Don't need to tell me twice.
Rid of some heat while we're at it.
Commander.
I think I'll just reserve in case they want to do anything. Yeah. Still had movement, so that was a good idea.
Standing by.
Don't think I can get any shots. I can get some missile shots if I want to. Do I want to? Or do I want to just run forward here?
Understood.
I
Moving
think I
fast.
do. 6 chevrons, that should be good. Do I have eyes on any target? We have a mech here.
On it.
Firing jump jet.
He's kind of our tank, so we want her to come up here. His main weapon is up here, so we can try to...
Let's see how you like it.
Yeah. So we missed with the main gun, but we did quite a bit of damage where we wanted to. I don't think my friend here can get any shots in, so a bit poorly placed. That's fine.
Waiting for orders. Time to fly. You get a headshot, and you get a headshot.
So we hit him in the head, and for some reason a stock Shadowhawk has ammunition stored in the head. And we hit that ammo and it blew up and killed the pilot. That very rarely happens, but it can happen, and it did happen now. It's never happened to me in this scenario, to be sure, but yeah, fun times. And now my little friend Decker can just run down here. Has a bit of heat, so no more jumping for him. It looks like it goes through the rock, but it's purple, so it's fine. Through weak side armor.
Reporting. Enemy
Better to
vehicle
shoot them from the side and rear. That goes for tanks as well. And now my blackjack. I can't really see the... I can take out a tower, but I can't even hit a big-ass building, so...
Waiting on you, Commander. me what to shoot.
Yeah. These early game tanks are very low health and armor, so PPC is enough to kill it.
Roger that.
Yeah, I have enough ammo, so...
Great job, Commander. Double back to our client's platform. The sooner we can collect our pay and break orbit, the better.
Yeah. Solve. Yes. And the higher the team's morale and some special equipment is, the more resolve you generate per round. This blue bar, that's the more you generate, the better, basically, because then you can get to do more stuff.
Moving out.
Gonna make sure my team... Brilliant work, Commander! We should have no trouble mopping up at the other platforms now that the defenses are down. You get the job done, speaking of which. I wasn't finished. These platforms won't do us much good if we can't hold them. Majesty Metals taught us that, so we're going to need your battle mechs. Genius, guy. He thinks we will just give up our battle mechs. Yeah. So they choose suicide, but that's fine.
Receiving you. Copy that.
Mr. Spider will shoot a couple of...
Affirmative.
No. Yeah, I penetrated. Oh.
One more for the trash heap.
And we can basically do glitch. No, not
Waiting
glitch.
for orders.
Behemoth.
Roger.
So she aims for these turret generators, of course. No, it has 2
Target.
health left.
Waiting for orders. Got it.
So she'll jump high and do the multi-attack. No. Why won't it... Was it destroyed entirely? Okay. Oh, sure, it had a couple of life left. Are you sure? Yeah. It blew up. And the turrets are blown up, so yeah, it got hit. I just didn't notice. There should be one more. I'll reserve.
Standing by.
Didn't I see one more?
Full throttle.
Oh, there it is. Hiding in the back.
Firing a full salvo.
Yeah, it took one hit to each side. That was not ideal. Oh. Damaged the place that was damaged.
Internal structure damage.
Oh no. I can repair that. Now, you get the special bonus to damage when you
Engaging
attack
physical
a
attack.
tank in melee. And of course, we missed, so it wasn't any cool to show it. But you do double damage for some reason.
ya.
Can be kind of fun.
No sweat. Here we go.
And that's
Knocked out.
BattleTech. We won. The campaign is over. Great victory.
Mission successful.
No, not all missions, of course, are against this quality of opposition. Many missions are way more difficult than this. Thank God. So this is sort of the overview screen where we see the money we got. We got nothing, which is kind of odd, but this will have to be repaired. We have 1 million C-bills, Comstar bills. That's the international money. There are other monies as well, but everything is measured in C-bills. You need to start finding us better clients. Yeah. This was a mission negotiated, as far as I know, through the Mercenary Review Board or similar, so we would have gotten paid. These dudes that hired us and then turned on us, they would be in a lot of doo-doo. So story-wise, it makes no sense. Yeah. So I'm the boss man now, because they didn't want to be boss man. Receive bill. How many jobs to repay the loans? This is a dead corner of the galaxy, or inner sphere to work. Why are we even out here to begin with? This also makes no sense. But we owe banks a lot of money. That does make sense. Yeah. Okay, so we're in a bad spot. What are we going to do about it? Sidestep the Mercenary Review Board. So basically, in my view, that mission that we just did was definitely outside the Mercenary Review Board. No one would do that against someone they hired to the Mercenary Review Board. That would get them blacklisted and hunted down just for, well, not abiding by the rules of the contract. So it made no sense. Just got betrayed. How much could it get? Plenty? No. No, it was not the exception at all. Yeah, well, anyway. This also makes very little sense, because jump ships are not beholden to us in any way. You just book passage on whatever is available at the time, so... In the damage bankruptcy can do firsthand. That's not going to happen to this crew. God damn it. Yeah. So I will try some back channels to find work. In the meantime, we must find something to do in the meantime. I mean, the Mercenary Review Board, there would be some sort of escrow system, so we would get paid, and then those prospectors would get stuff. Basically, you can only go between these first-level planets, Alloway, Bellerophon, and Detroit. And we need money, so... So, there is that. In ESC, save game, manual save, it also auto-saves. So... This is the interface, strategic interface screen, and there are very many ways to roam. For instance, we can go to the hiring hall or the store here, or we could go to the hiring hall or the store here. The hiring hall is where we attract some new talent, but we already have 4 pilots plus 1 in reserve, and that's plenty at this stage. Here we can pick up, you can also chat with the NPCs, but this is where you chat with Darius or get new contracts. So the contracts, there's 1 contract here that takes us to Bellerophon in 12 days time. You have the barracks where you can spend experience and look at the stats of your guys. You can talk to Young, the mech tech, or you can refit and repair your mechs. This is where you look at the map and talk to the navigator lady. Finances rep, customize company. Now my name is Sleg's Marauder, not Markham's Marauders, because Markham is dead. Now, if you look in the store, you can buy whole mechs sometimes, or you can buy mech parts, because yeah, you can combine 3 parts into one whole mech. But you can see for a good mech, an Orion, you would need 3 of these parts on our basic difficulty, and we definitely can't afford that. Weapons. For some reason, there is a lot of nice autocannon weapons on this shithole. So, I mean, we could spend some money to upgrade. This is a federated AC2. Once when I played this planet started with exactly 2 Ultra AC2. That was a massive update to my blackjack. But even this is a decent upgrade. I mean, it would increase my damage quite a bit. So let's buy
New weapon systems available.
2. And we have +5 damage on this one too.
New weapon systems available.
Now, the rest here are not so interesting. The plus means they have some special form of stats. So that's I mean, that's a good start. And we already have all the ammo we need, so we can go look at the contracts. You can negotiate, and you can either focus on monies or salvage. Money is usually not going to be a problem, but you need, I mean, some money to keep the company going. You have to pay a monthly sum, so you can just keep it like this.
Calculating course now, Commander.
Then we can immediately pause this. No, I was not quick enough. I was actually going to start my refits before we started traveling, but I didn't. So let's do that. Let's go to the mech, because moving between planets, that's when you should fix your stuff. So we will definitely repair the spider. And then we must see here. How long will it take to refit? Removing the AC and putting in a new one, that takes 3 days. And this ammo shall absolutely not be in the center here. So this takes 7 days, and it's 6 days to reach the planet. So we have to wait just a few days after arrival. We wouldn't have to do that if I hadn't been so sloppy with my work, but that's okay. So let's go to the barracks section. So these are my guys. This is us. And we are actually going to go for this guts thing, because that increases the bonus we get from standing in cover from 20 to 40%. And that's going to help us a lot in the short and long term. So we are going to do that.
Waiting for orders.
Glitch. She already is specialized in gunnery, but we also need to get her up to speed here.
Training complete.
Behemoth is already specialized in guts, so that is good. But we probably also want to bring her up to, well, tactics eventually. But for now, I'm gonna improve her gunnery.
Training confirmed, Commander.
She's also a good pilot. She's by far the best pilot in.
Orders?
And now we have Decker. And you can see how annoying those light mechs that run around can be. So we are gonna get this sensor lock ability.
Mech warrior training complete.
Medusa haven't been with us, so it's sort of our replacement pilot. So we can either do this and give him extra severance when he moves, or we can follow sort of the same path that Decker does.
Ready for orders.
That is probably the best option, but I want to just do this because it's basically our locust pilot. I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. But the locust you only use if the spider or some of the others are out and we can't wait. Repair. We're gonna talk more to these other NPCs also, but I think we need to fight sort of a proper battle to see what it looks like. So let's progress time. And our leopard detaches and heads in system. In a few days we will be at the planet. Shakedown, and you have some random events. You're on the bridge. You've received 3 messages from the bank. Loan sharks. Now we can sweet talk the banks. We can ignore them, or we can be very cross. I'm gonna sweet talk the banks. That's the best option for this one. Make a response. This will be sent by a hyperpulse generator from the planet we are heading for. I'm assuming they have a hyperpulse generator. Otherwise, it would end up in a message queue of a courier ship or something like that. Starships don't generally have equipment for interstellar communication. Now I have a tag, loan status fair. You can only make this worse for yourself if you don't respond in this manner, if I remember correctly. Now, if I had started the repairs in the right order before leaving the planet, this would not be a problem, but now I must press not yet and then advanced time 2 steps. But in the meantime, we can just look at the store. See if they have. I can't afford any of that. They have nothing special here, so you can just look at that. Have some arm mods. I forgot to look at equipment on that other. Leg mods can do extra damage when you jump on top of another mech or reduce the damage you take from doing that. This one increases melee damage. You can see it takes up now tonnage, so that makes it kind of interesting. It's not super good, but for fun we can buy one.
New equipment available.
But we don't have time for mounting it, so yeah. So now we can launch the contract. Yeah, let's launch that contract. And here we pick from our mechs. And I will be piloting my Blackjack. It's mostly for role-playing purposes, I would say. Indicator and the spider. So you can only ever deploy 4, so the other guys go in their same little slots. And Decker. Medusa gets to not go. Prepare for combat. And as you can see, we had a 20-tonner there as well. That is, of course, completely ridiculous. We're not gonna bring a 20-tonner to a real fight. Yeah, running to some extent, but especially jumping with mechs that have a lot of jump jets that generates a lot of heat, and weapon fire, of course, with energy weapons definitely doing the most heat, but missiles and autocannon also generate a surprising amount of heat. So, begin la mission.
Command interface initiated.
These guys are amateurs. Okay, yeah.
Time to get dirty.
So, rough terrain. It's easier to hit you and you take more stability damage. It's best to just avoid it altogether. But as long as there is no shooting, it's not actually a big deal.
Coordinates received.
Now, sending the scout out too far ahead is just not smart, I would say, because the only thing that could happen then is that you
Engaging jump jets.
will be too far away from your peers to get proper
No sweat.
support, so you don't want that. You want to hang out in the vicinity until you reach the target. We are on the high ground here, but we could also head down into this area. Or we could go across.
Engaging jump jets.
Yeah,
Enemy detected.
let's go forward. See what we can see. Now there is no reason not to let spider.
Aye, aye.
They have vehicles. That is, of course, pretty disappointing.
Yes, Commander.
They are down in the valley, so I cannot run up to them and land on them.
Roger that.
This one can tag for the others, but this one has actual weapons.
Locking in all weapon systems.
Yeah, not impressive. No.
All weapons committed.
What? That's a lot of missing at 80%. Not impressed at all.
Commander. Here we go. Firing. Enemy vehicle destroyed. Good to go.
No, misclicked. Okay, yeah, whatever. I just hit the wrong button. Even spider.
Damage is minor, Commander.
Oh, now we can try to hit it. Very effective against vehicles. If you can manage to hit them, that is.
Engaging target.
Standing by.
My hit chances give me XCOM vibes.
Affirmative. Waiting on you, Commander. Got it. I feel bad about shooting.
Okay.
Mission successful.
I mean, we get paid, but it's so little that you can actually go broke just traveling from planet to planet here. But we took no damage. And then we can get one to pick one thing, and then we get some other thing on random. So, I mean, we could take an LRM 10. We got some other stuff as well. This value here is very, it's not real value. If you try to sell it, you just will not get 500,000 for that. So not really real. So it auto saves. So that's very nice. I think we checked. We checked this already. But let's look at contracts. Are there? Yes, there is one additional contract. And then we can go to Detroit after. It's not much, but it's something to do. But let's look at the mech bay first. So we're not gonna change this even more, but I would say the problem here is that it gets very hot very fast, especially when jumping. So it's tempting to take off some of these medium lasers, but then your firepower at close range gets very much reduced. But that's definitely an option. Take off 2 lasers and then we get to afford a little bit of extra armor, which can be good for this one because it's not very well armored. I think we will actually refit this more because look at this craziness. It has ammunition in the core. That is never a good idea. No, no. What am I doing? How long does this take? 5 days? Nine days? I mean, we can do that when we move planet. So we will just go to the contract section. Negotiate. Yeah, we might actually do extra money because nothing that we get here is going to be worthwhile. We could have upgraded our mech warriors as well, but we only got 500 XP, so we would not be able to buy anything meaningful anyway. So let's save it up and have a look after this battle. Prepping for combat. Yeah. You have some mods that introduce sort of pilot fatigue so that you are incentivized to have a bigger stable of...
Interface initiated.
why is that voice so incredibly...
After the mission, let's make snowmen.
there is settings. The audio, master volume, mute. Why is there no music? Voices. Let's try that. Okay. Pirate lands in this direction.
Location confirmed. I read you, Commander. Moving out.
Location confirmed.
That was not loud enough. Yeah. Contact.
Position confirmed. You betcha.
I've got something.
Oh, now we have actual mechs. A Panther. That is a PPC. That's good.
Reporting internal damage.
It's unlucky, but
Ready for
okay.
orders.
Let's avenge that. That was his left leg. Let's do that.
Firing all weapons.
This has a lot of evasion. That's fine. Or we could go a little bit closer. More interesting. It's quite an alpha strike, but fine.
Committed.
Yeah, you see what I see? That's not an 80% hit rate.
Commander.
I'm being cheated. My rightful something something.
Acknowledged. Targeting for an alpha strike. for you. Time to die.
Fireworks.
Had the chance.
It's one of my favorite light mechs, the Panther. Very cool. Yeah, but you're not gonna hit me a lot, little command. Oh, it's just a 2
Reporting. Minimal damage.
half-lands, I would say. This guy needs to keep jumping.
On it.
Rip off some more evasion and get 2 good hits as well. That's bad. Behemoth will go in here and smash the side that took damage. Yeah, straight through the chest and into the center, and it's gone.
Enemy down.
Good work.
Mission successful.
I don't see any point trying to take these whole, cutting off their legs, aiming for the heads, that sort of thing. It's too early for that. This we have to repair. Now we can consider, do we want to take up the PPC, but we already have one with the PPC. So I will take the Panther. Why did you get stuck? Oh, it's a cutscene. Do 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 do. Get around. Last night he started. This, I think, is also a lack of understanding of the setting. We are out, way out in the periphery, and somehow we can insta-communicate across interstellar distances. Even with a hyperpulse generator and stack of C-bills to pay Comstar, that would not be so simple out here. But anyway, she claims to be a member of the Canopian elite. How would she even know about us in the first place? Yes, good question. Good question. Yeah, so she reached out to us the same day he started. Yeah, okay, this could have been written better. Let's do this bankruptcy option. The worst that could happen, we could die. Yeah. Darwin, that's our name. So we have a mystery client that we can travel to. Now we get this message. We have some experience. We can check our finances. We can change our symbol. Customize company. So we can change our name. We can change, have some crests. We can change the primary colors. I don't really know what constitute primary and secondary in this game. Very bright color scheme, I would say. That looks good. That looks kind of even better. Yeah. Do we even have a crest? Need a crest. Do we have any cool... This is the sort of thing I never bother doing, but... Slag. Okay, it's about the same colors as our mech, so... Completely pointless. Can go here and look at the star map, by the way. We can zoom in. So this is where we are. We are at Bellerophon. Aurigan, that was where we started. You see this little symbol means we've been there. Detroit, this is where our travel contact go. Alloway is another planet we can travel to. We cannot go outside this area yet. And they have some tags that's important for terrain and some of the equipment you can get in the shops there. Loot, I guess. But let's look at, yeah, let's start by repairing. This one should take a day. Let's just rip out this AC and put in a proper... we don't need the long-range missiles. It's not that kind of mech. To 6, we could... yeah. Okay, we can either do that or 402. That's even more flexible, I guess, but it doesn't matter much. And ammo is definitely going out there. And okay, small laser could be good. We only have 3 jump jets. That's could be more. Really would like that small laser. We can do the arm mod we purchased earlier. Ammo. Well, our heat sink capability is extremely good. Jump jets, arm, and that leaves us with four jump jets is better than 3. 5 is, I think, excessive since none of our other guys can jump. I would absolutely enjoy having more armor as well. And we are going to be doing quite a bit of fisticuffs, so let's do this instead. Increase. We don't want to lose our legs. We don't want to lose our arms. We definitely don't want to lose our big ass chest. 150, is that good? 110, 120, 100. What? Ah, 40 should do. Let's do that. We may have to take some damage to the rear because we are planning to melee. I mean, we could even bring this left arm down a little bit. I mean, it will penetrate. Oh, let's not do that. Let's just keep it like that. 19 days. It's quite a long time.
Logged and noted. Shouldn't be too hard.
A benefactor, that's on this planet, but I'm not quite ready anyway, so we might as well go to this planet here and hang out.
Bio command.
And as soon as we enter hyperspace here, we will go to the barracks. can also do it in 2 steps like this, but that's quite pointless. Yeah, you can see even with 2 battles under our...
Waiting for orders.
This gives them the special ability to get bonus damage, and you also get some extra entrenchment. That means less stability damage reduction. So there's either that or go for the type of bulwark thing. That's kind of boring, but it is very effective. He needs to come up in tactics, so we can just start on that.
Good to go.
Glitch, we can save up some XP.
What's up, boss?
Commander,
I don't know. I mean, I can't ask you because you're not here, so...
Training complete.
yeah.
What can I do for you?
Receiving you.
Mech warrior training complete.
Mix it up a little bit.
Undocked from junction. We're clear.
Got a new financial report for you, Commander.
So this is finances, salaries, loan interest, maintenance. No maintenance for the ship though, that's weird. This can let you buy up more morale, but for now, normal is fine.
We've entered orbit, Commander.
No, not yet.
Job's done, Commander.